Right, g'day mate, I'm back, or you're back, watch this. So, I've undone 3 of them, I've still got 1 to go. I found a king chrome set, you might have seen before. I should have used one first. They are Loctite on, see one of the screws. Loctite. Now, I won't use Loctite again, but it's a hard Loctite. So I thought I'd do so you can actually hear these when it gets let's go goes bang. It's not what I'd like to do. So I'll lay this down. Oh, so you can understand why the G-bar set broke. That's tight. That's way tight. Leverage is awesome. So I'll take them all out. I was going to use a pipe on my T-bar. The problem is T-bars normally the way it's set up is there's it's an Allen key, so it's L and one side's metal, one side's plastic. I can't tell what's what, so I gave up on that idea. I thought if I do that, I will break my tool, and I need my tool to do the rest. So I take them all out. Still tight as. You'd swear it's cross-threaded, but it's not. It's just all Loctite. What's coming out? Oh, there we go. One's almost all the way out. That for the radio. One's out. Still tight. Come on. I'm curious to see how much wears on the piston before it's even been started in Australia on the factory. And it's it. I'd like to know how long they run them in the factory before they load them up, which I can understand doing a test, but they put them another idea I want to do. I've got a generator, a petrol powered generator. I saw a video once with Titan Tech, and they mount the chainsaw onto an electric motor. So if anyone knows how to do this, tell me, I'd love to know. I'm going to get a dry pulley off a Adam post-hole borer, and I'm going to mount that to the actual generator side of the motor, like get rid of the petrol part of the motor, and run a chain from here to the generator, and light up the generator somehow, because you can calculate power by working out how much electricity you make. So if you're generating, say, 6 horsepower, it takes so much energy to create that amount of power. So that'll be a way to work out what the go is. So I saw them on an electric motor on that video, and thought, I wonder if that's a dyno or just a way to spin that overall. I didn't know, but I thought that's why. And then this generator came around, so I'll do that when I get a chance. Because they couldn't get it running. There's something wrong with the coil, they're thick. Come on. What's this? Right. Oh, she's coming off easy. I thought it'd be glued down to. What have we got? What have we got? Okay. The breather line for the fuel tank. Didn't unclick that. Accelerator cable. I'll pull the insert for the boot. Ball plastic. Right, there's the accelerator off. And there we go. Oh my god, there's wearing marks already on the piston. I'm gonna have to take it off. That's terrible. Oh my god. Alright, I'll pause you and I'll do handhelds. This needs to be seen. It really does. Yeah. Right, I'm back with some stuff. Now, first impressions, it's not good. So I wiped the oil off, which is, you know, I expect to see a bit of oil and stuff, but you expect to see two-stroke oil, wouldn't you? Now here's the part I find quite surprising. I don't know if this is a new way they're testing their oils, I'm not quite sure now. But, look at the mark on that. There you go, might be better. That is really bad, and it's never been run in Australia. But look at the crankshaft. There's no oil at all here. Here, the crankshaft's got no oil at all, no two-stroke residue. There's machining marks on the crankcase in there. Look at torch. Right. Down there, it's missing paint, so I don't know, they've done that on purpose. I'll just look closer when the camera's not on. Look at the pistons all right up like crazy, but there's no lube in the bottom end of the motor at all. It's just completely dry. That's terrible. What the hell did they do that for? Hope you guys can see this. Have a go at that. How do you get light down where you want to see? There you go. Well, the paint missing from that. But you'd swear it's been running for hours. Or they've machined it off, or not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, but the fact there's no oil, even in the bottom, I don't know why. That's just dry. I'm surprised it's not rusting. So, a bit of metal filing just there. Alright, so I said in the last video, what I like to do, what do you call it? Start up 6 times heat cycles. The reason being, so now we're seeing it. When these motors are brand new, sometimes you got your finger in and scratch around, you'll come up with a bit of oil in that part there at the front. And probably, oh, there's a piston here, that's all oily. So you can see out the front where the exhaust is. So I'm wondering, do they start these on gas? Maybe you do gas, I don't know. Or compressed air, maybe. Probably how they do it. But there's no marks for combustion up here. That would make sense. Doing a gas wouldn't make a mess. And when you export, there's no fuel. Well, that mark there is like sticky tape's been in there. Anyway, so it's worth very much pulling it down. So I'll show you the other side of on the flywheel side. I got to check out the flywheel too. In there, it's missing paint on the inside here. Paint all through here. Which, you know, I can live with that, but no paint inside the case. So, to me, that's sloppy. Yeah, there's parts of the Loctite coming out now. I'll have to buy them out, compressed air. But anyway, I'll I'll do a comparison after I pull this all apart and work out what's what, but there's wear. Straight away there's wear, so I'll put you back on pause. Okay. So to show that, look at the Loctite on this screw. They did not want that to come off. So I'll show that. Hope that can be seen. Crap that on that. I actually had trouble getting the cylinder off or getting this out of the cylinder. So I got all 4 bolts. They look like hardened steel. They look alright, but I'm just amazed. I'm actually blown away. So, what else do we find? Well, I'm on the process to pull the piston, but I'll do it in a sec. Look at the way the gasket is lined up with the cylinder. So whoever put the gasket on, gotta make sure you guys see. Whoever put the gasket on, they rotated it anti-clockwise. So every hole's twisted. So it's weird bits of metal sitting under the gasket there. So the cylinder, there's the intake. Quite a bit of shrapnel sitting there. Casting marks. The shape of the cylinder, the port's the right size. I work out all the squish, all that low. There's a real big chunk of stuff just there. Look there. That's one of the reasons I like porting. The upper ones look good. Look, that's so close. Look at that. It's like sand. That's terrible. And the upper one's got crap up there. It's the one on the right. That's not good. Exhaust. Exhaust has got potholes. There's a huge hole just there. That's not good at all. Pharmatech, what are you doing? This is brand new Pharmatech. You started. We have another hole. Hope that comes out in the camera. That's a real big pothole. Okay, that's not good. I'm not happy with that at all. Well, I'll pull the piston off and we'll do a comparison side by side. I have another standard Pharmatech boiler for another guy who wanted some work done, but I don't know what happened to him. He just decided not to do it. He's not contacting me, but I've got parts laying around. So, it's always nice to have parts. I hate having to wait for parts to be delivered, but we'll see. Now, let's pull the piston off, see how hard this thing is to get out. Now, I pinched this off I was saying before, my kids have got my tools, they had other tools, and she goes, "They're not yours, Dad." I said, "Well, I don't care, but I like them." Apparently these are for jewellery, kids' jewellery and stuff. I've got side cutters with the same design spring, one tongue over two fingers. These are perfect for pulling out these wrist pins. So it'll work out which way it is. Well, I don't want to say them or get them out. Right. Nice and thin. Well, that's not really nice, but that came out way too easy. I'm going to cut my finger. The piston is sharp, very sharp. And you know what sharp things going 12,000 revs at all. Sharp things cause issues. Well, let's come off easy. So then we have a bit of a look, see, and talk about the piston. Right. I can't get over that. The conrod is dead dry. There's bits of shrapnel. So on your heat cycles, start it up, give it a little rev, no more than say 3 or 4 grand, and let it sit there and idle for a few minutes. Turn it off. Do it in the morning, and do the same thing in the afternoon. Let it get cold again. Now you can rush it. You can do it 3 times a day if it's daylight saving, so you got long days. But if you do it 3 days, one in the morning, one afternoon, they will make sure that all the shrapnel that's in here goes out the exhaust, brand new. So some guys don't remember to do it. I saw one guy with a Stihl 880, and he's just like, oh look, it's a big powerful saw. Oh, fill it up with petrol. So he fills it up and peak revs it with a big bar in it. As soon as he starts it, cold, no heat cycles, just full revs. Oh, I felt sorry for the saw. That's causing the saw. Right, it's got a oil hole full of bearing, so at both sides, so that will last. It's a weird looking bearing too. Looks like copper. The Chinese guys don't like it. No one using the copper. It's weird. We'll just put that, we'll compare that too. So I'll get some more paper. This will be the important part you guys want to see, I think. Like, if someone said there's no oil in the block from brand new, I would not. I'd tell you a lie. But to see it, I still can't get over the fact that it's dry. That's just wrong. So I probably won't use this piston. No, I won't use the piston. So try and show you guys. It up and down, up and down. It's hard for me to do that. So I wipe that out for clean. Seems to be a more of a camera friendly light. Now look at that mark just there. Hopefully that comes out properly. That is one of the ports. I can actually see marks on the top, the second ring, spiral marks for it to seat in, I'd say. That mark there, that's the exhaust side. So that's brand new, guys. There's a scratch between rings just there. Don't know why that's there. So if you turn it over, intake. Now the intake's been the problem. Look at the up and down wear, just on the bottom of that skirt. That's crazy. Look at the marks. So I do think they're starting these things on gas. It's WD-40, it looks like, on the inside, but they must put it all together wet and just run it and think, I should be right. Yeah. If I had more time, I'd put new bearings and seals in this thing and start from scratch. It's scary for the owner, but we'll test it, make sure it's all good. Now this is a bit I want to do. I'm interested in this. Yeah, I have to use my memory a little bit. I might put the other one out. Let's start doing some weighing, guys. Now all of these aftermarket pistons weigh more, which, you know, because they're bigger or whatever, they have a lot more meat. Would you expect that? So both connecting pins are out. Connecting pin retaining clips. I pull the rings off. My fingernails will hang on to it. There's one. Then him off. There's one ring. They're actually sharp. The front of them, the sharp on the inside, which, you know, you expect that because they're brand new, but the front sharp. Weird. It actually feels like a razor blade. It's that sharp. I've never seen it before. Even when I put new rings on motors, it's weird. Used to put them on, not pull them off. Need a ring moving tool. I'll move it up to the top ring. Oh, there's one off the part. Come on. Right, there's the second one. Okay, I'll make sure there's no oil, so because they're pretty sensitive scales. I'm curious to see if they weigh the same or they're different in weight, because that set there is probably close to 2 years old, and this saw is brand new. There's no year tag on it, so it does have what it is, but it doesn't say when it was made. It's a shame. Right, so that's dry, I hope. So, just making sure you are still getting a view of what's going on. Now, we'll set this up first. We'll pull the other kit out. And Paul, I do plan putting a gasket back on, because this is going to be a work saw. I want it to last, and I'll talk about that reason when I build this thing. Everything has a reason. If you have a reason or have a plan, you can be successful. If you don't, you're just banging and mucking around in the dark. So I've got that out. Took a bit to warm up before. I've got a big bore kit for a still, MS660. So I've got all the parts out for that. So I was weighing all the piston parts and that. The pop-up piston, highway piston for that is way heavier instead, but it's expected because it's got a hell of a lot more meat on it. So we'll get this out bare bones. If I have to, I'll wipe it, but I don't think so. Okay, so it's dry. What's it weigh? 105.12. That's grams. So we got the one that came out of the saw, 105, 110. So straight away, this is lighter. That's interesting. Piston skirt's the same. We'll try another thing too. Will the pins fit in here? Yeah, that'll do. Pin to pin. Deck height. The highway is slightly higher on the deck height, and that's another reason I want to have a base gasket. Okay. The highway. That's so tight now. No lube. Right, it's out. Now, compare pistons. The highway's got a small skirt, Thumberthek's got a big skirt, wings. Highway's got a lot bigger windows. Going to play with them. Just to give more airflow, that's all I'm doing. But to make the airflow a bit more smarter too. After playing with everything. The skirt on the side, they visually look thinner on the highway than Pharmatech. Not by much, but thinner, and it's got stress areas here, so I'll grind them back too, just so it doesn't have a chance to crack and carry on. Though casting marks a lot less on than the Pharmatech. Pharmatech's got big ridges and stuff like that. So that's the highway a lot cleaner. So yeah, that'll be good. That'll work out good. So leave it there. I'll pull the brand new one out of the old stock I got in the shed, and we'll measure everything that's part of it. So let's have a look at the cylinder first. Now, first thing I can see, well, where the spark plug hangs down, that's disgusting. There's parts of nickel casing or chrome works actually coming off. But I'll show you this. I wasn't really going to look inside the cylinder of the new one, but yeah, that's a right thing. Okay, can you see that? Down there, around that spark plug hole, the threads, there's bits of metal sticking out. All right, lower transfer, sharp edges on the, like where the piston rose against there, sharp edges, holes, bits of slag, marks. Exhaust has got a huge mark down the bottom there, to the roof. Yeah. Other side, look at the casting marks. The top of this transfer is not too bad. I can live with that. Intake. How's the intake? Intake's not too bad. Intake's alright. I can live with that. But that part there, the hardness coming off around the spark plug, that would start peeling and bits of it going into the motor eventually, I imagine. Now look at the compression line where the piston goes right up this cylinder. There's not much, what they call that now, machining wax. This one's a lot flatter on the top, a lot better. But the casting's different. Alright, so not really happy with both of them. So I'll keep using the cylinder the saw had. I like the compression band. It looks better. Me. Right, so I will use the original cylinder. I just like the way it's put together. It's just a little bit better. So, how does this compare? So, piston wise. So we'll use that. This is the brand new piston that came with that cylinder over here. So I'll put it there. Now, it's dry. Nothing on it. This is the one that came out. Is there a difference? Well, the piston that came out of this, the walls are even thinner again. The connecting pin, the distance on these is smaller. It's different. So the one that came with the saw has got better windows size. So you see the sizing. They're way bigger. So these pistons might last. Might be something to do with trying to get extra power. There's parts of... No, it's not showing those. Anyway, so that was the one that came out of the saw. Start it back up again. This is for measuring gold and stuff. So 110 grams, 0.6. This is a brand new one from that kit. There you go. 95. Yeah, 95.05. That's a huge difference. Wow. My goodness, that is so different. I'm blown away with it. That's way lighter. Way lighter. Now, next test I'll do. How much is the conrod? A gudgeon pin. 22.3. We'll say 22.35, okay? I'll pull this one out and weigh it. Now it's still in the bag, so I'll pull it out. I spend hours in the shed mucking around things like this, working what will work better, what will work less or whatever. 23.82. 22.36. 23. So this one's almost a gram heavier. Wow. Okay, I'm still... So they made the piston lighter. Yeah, lighter, and this one, yeah. Alright, so now I'll do the pins that hold everything together. Gungeon pin retaining clips. This is for this saw, a cylinder, 0.52, okay, 0.52. Now these ones came out of the saw. Now they got a little bit of oil on them. Try and dry that off, best I can, without dropping them on the floor in the dark. Point 0.48 at 0.49. I'll get the other ones back there. Look like have bad memory. 8.49. They're heavier, but they do look better. They actually, you can see how they're thicker on diameter. So I'll show you. I find these will be slightly better in some respects, but having on such a long tail, it is worrying. So to me, just by eye, these are a thicker one. I'd sooner put them in and cut part of the tail off with side cutters and put them in. Say half of that tail is that whatever the height that was, and make them lighter. Just be better practice. I have had these let go before, and I'm not happy about that silver because that one rocks. So there, we'll do 0.53. Write that down for me. 0.53. Now the highways are going to be heavy. I can see it now. They're thicker, more metal. In zippy bag where I can't get my fingernails to them. Getting after it. So with them out. Right. 0.55. Wow. So they are quite heavier. Quite heavier. 0.55. 0.5. Well, actually, it's not that much heavier at all, really, but okay. No, I'll say the highway's better. Okay, because if you look at the way they're designed, they can't bend that much. Because I'm not going to squeeze it too much. I'll do it once, and that's it. But you squeeze it, and it's more spring. You can feel it's more spring loaded. Some guys don't like these. But you can get your tools on there, clunk, bang, it's in. Then that's game over, leave it alone, no come back. So I'm happy with that. So all overall, that's good. One thing I will do now is see how it will fit in the home against the arm. Now exhaust, facing exhaust. Well, there's no movement really. The movement that's in there has to be there so I can move up and down the ball. Oh, it just drops it. So we got no problem with the high. This is the cylinder that came out, the piston. Exhaust. Oh yeah, there's noticeable difference. I'll get close so you guys can hear this. I should turn the radio off. I'll turn the radio off, it's hard to get to. Hang on. Right. You should be able to hear this. New age technology. I'm going to hold my fingers right. So I can make a noise. If you hold me, if I hold my tongue right, do it that way. Right, so you hear that noise. It's hard to do it. There's not much, but this has never been run. So that there is where the piston slap is coming from. They've got a clearance problem. They've got machine problems and all that, but no lube. It's just weird. So I wish I had another bearing to see what the nuance of these are like. But copper, it's weird. I had not thought they'd have copper. So I'll put it back in the way it came out, that direction. So they'll go back in that way too. But I'll put everything back in the way from whatever store it came from. But yeah, I'm surprised. That one came from that one. Highway. Yeah. So from now on, I might measure the rings. Where it was, no, it won't worry about that. No, rings should be the same with thereabouts anyway. I'll do these ones here. It's in a sealed plastic bag. These are brand new from the Farmtech kit. So 6.36 grams. $6.36. These are ones that came out of the motor itself. So what are these ones? Look, 663. That's just weird. They're heavier. I wouldn't have thought that at all. I'm glad I actually measured that. So I'll put that back with them. If I want to do a store one day, I still have all these bits and pieces. But yeah. So now we're arming ourselves with information. So surprise. Look, I might as well do it. These are the highway rings. All the highway rings, Kevin. Let's find out. Because I know you guys like to know videos, certainly like this. It's going to go all back together soon, so can't see no issues with that. Well, that was 636. Can't remember what they were. So these are 6.49, so slightly heavier. So what are they? You got a little bit of oil on them too, not much. Yeah, 661. So they're heavier. Let's say 6.5. So the middle of the ballpark. So highway is the way to go if you want one of these saws to go on. But yeah, I have to do a lot of port work in here to make it reliable. We'll see where you go with that. Anyway, if you come and watch this long, thanks guys for tuning in. I do ramble a little bit. Sorry for that, but it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll do another video soon.